It's not Monday. It's not Wednesday. It's not Thursday. It's not Friday. It is Tasty Tuesday on the Dina Carole Morning Show. Hi there, I'm Dina Carole, and you get a great deal at Shop Local Big Deals all the time with Tasty Tuesday. I'm going to tell you right now, then remind you, when you use code DINA, D-I-N-A, you'll get an extra 15% off, which gives you amazing savings. A $25 gift card brings it under $15 for BBQandTech food truck. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Dina. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. This is kind of a twist on things.
It is.
Had to look you up.
Okay.
Because I was like, what is the deal with BBQandTech? Am I like not really eating? Is it virtual? And that way I save calories? Like,
right.
You get the flavor without all of the calories.
We started that. It didn't work so well.
People wanted to sink their teeth literally
right.
into
So we're like, all right, we got to change it up.
All right. So your barbecue is not your traditional barbecue. It's barbecue and then some because there's a twist. So.
Yeah. So I've been doing barbecue for the better part of 22 years.
Wow.
And, as I evolved what I was doing, I really wanted to start invoking my heritage. And my heritage is Jamaican, my mother, my father, brothers, aunts, and uncles. So for years, I've been trying to figure out how to infuse Jamaican flavors with barbecue. Because barbecue is not just taste and smoke, it's actually texture as well. So trying to figure out how to mend those things together to get something that people can enjoy was tough, but we feel like we've done it.
And so your food truck goes to different neighborhoods. Can you do catering? Is it similar to
all of the above?
Okay,
all of the above. We do catering.
Okay.
We've done weddings. We've done sweet 16s.
Yes.
We go to neighborhoods. Everything. Employee lunches. Where companies have hired us to feed all their employees. We've done all of those different things.
So barbecue. Your name, BBQandTech.
Yeah.
What is that about? Now, I know because I did a little bit of research.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you figured it out yet.
Well, I don't know if I figured it out, but I did do a little research. But you go ahead and share. It's we're coming from the one who actually created it.
So originally, I never was interested in the old adage of doing barbecue where you sit around a fire, drink a beer for 12, 14, 15 hours. I'm a guy who'd rather play my Xbox and then check on my food remotely.
I see.
I invoked as much tech as I could into figuring out how I can just sit there, play games, or run out to the store real quick, but still be able to control the temperature of my smoker, remotely check the temperatures of my food, all of those things. So
are you like saying like, hey Alexa, turn that temperature up?
Sure. That, and as well as what is the temperature? Because it makes it more comfortable to smoke food overnight because some of these cooks are, 14, 15 hours.
Oh.
So rather than being able to sit there and not be able to sleep, I'd like to be able to sleep and then, I can check it, everything's good, and go back to sleep.
Nice.
And then from there, we just started finding additional tech and gadgets and things like that. So it started out as a podcast where I started sharing all that information with other people.
Okay.
And then I was also a software tech guy, a product manager. And
there you go.
Got laid off, and I just said, you know what? Let's just take the severance package and bet on ourselves.
That was a blessing in disguise.
It was, because sometimes you need that kick in the butt to get started.
Oh, for sure. Life really kind of makes you go, this is really the path you need to be on.
Yep.
And you don't see it, so I'm going to make you see it.
Exactly. So that's how it happened, and we've been doing it ever since.
Awesome. So a little bit about the flavor again. So it's going back to your roots and heritage. What does that exactly mean? Does it mean spicier? Does it mean just flavor-wise more whatever? So
the end result was being able to find barbecue that I liked. Okay. So I cook my barbecue based on the region of style that I like. So my brisket, I do a more Texas style brisket, which is heavy salt and pepper. For my pulled pork, I do kind of a more verse towards a Carolina style. Okay. My ribs are more Memphis dry rub style. And so those things, I started with that, and then I came up with a Jamaican dry rub, which is essentially a dry jerk rub that I made to complement those styles of barbecue. So everything gets my dry rub on top. I don't sauce anything except for the chicken and waffles. And then from there, you can add sauce if you like.
Wonderful. So this then is
That's my brisket.
Your brisket, okay.
And then we cook it with the dry rub. And then we try to make it as nice and tender as possible. Oh,
that is tender.
But we also try to make sure it has a ton of flavor with it.
It does not need sauce.
Yeah, so that's the hope. I tell people, I'll repossess your brisket if you put sauce on it. But, I'm just kidding.
I get it. So now this is your pulled pork?
Yeah, I think the staple of any barbecue, you got to have a decent pulled pork. So once again, after we pull it, we add a dry rub on top, and then if you like, you can put our vinegar-based sauce on there or our sweet sauce on there.
No need.
But again, we shoot for you to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then
this is
Memphis dry rub ribs. So.
All right.
Perfect piece there.
They're all perfect pieces. And so yummy. Yum. Now, do people then use the sauce with the ribs?
Sure, and that's okay. That one's okay. No, I'm just kidding, folks. You can do sauce whatever you want.
Now, this sauce is...
That is our tangy sauce. So that's like our Carolina vinegar-based sauce. Really good on the pulled pork, but it also works very well on the ribs.
Oh, that is a really interesting flavor. I don't think I've ever had that.
This is our Kansas City sweet sauce. Both of these sauces we make in-house.
Gotcha.
And that's just kind of more of a tomato ketchup-based sauce. More traditional, but still interesting flavor nonetheless. That's a bit different than what you will find out there.
Yeah, it is. So as far as the tech aspect is concerned, because that's really interesting to me, do you sell any of it? Like, hey, this is what we use, and do you have any sort of an agreement with? You should look into that.
We don't currently. We have received free stuff from folks that wanted us to test out their products. We've done a lot of work with Mason-Dixon Barbecue Services. They've actually allowed us to test some of their equipment and stuff like that. So we've done deals like that, but nothing where we have a direct deal where we can get equipment. But hopefully
that's your next step.
Yeah, I'm open to it.
Why not, right? So what is this right here?
So here we have two versions of the smoked chicken. Okay. So these are boneless, skinless thighs that we season and smoke on the smoker. And here we have it on a brioche bun, which is a chicken slider. And then over here we have our smoked chicken and waffle. And the smoked chicken and waffle is meant to mimic our jerk chicken with our what's called festival. So festival is a fried dumpling that we do in Jamaica. And it's cornmeal and sweet. And so the goal was to make a waffle that mimicked that flavor combination, but make it into a sandwich. And we think we achieved it. So it's very popular.
You make the waffle as well?
We do make the waffle, yeah.
All right.
So you'll notice the waffle is its own thing.
Yeah,
and then the chicken is there as well.
You can eat them separate.
Yes.
Do people do that? How's it happen?
I won't. He will. It's not my son. It's a helper, Carole. But
you do all the time. It's good, right?
Teach him not to eat me out of business.
You're like, oh, we made too many waffles today.
I peek over to make sure there's none extra sitting on the table.
Right. Okay. So now these are the sides that you have, right?
Yeah. So another thing we tried to do was focus on making sides that are as good as the mains. Because pretty often you'll go to a barbecue spot and one's good and the other's not. But we tried to do our best. So this is our version of mac and cheese. Nothing too crazy about it. I personally like a mac and cheese that's simple but flavorful. So that's what we tried to accomplish there.
Yep. My son loves mac and cheese. He'd be all over that.
And then these are our baked beans, and we just switched over to doing a vegetarian baked bean. We have a lot of people that come to the truck looking for vegetarian options, and so we want to switch.
There's no pork in here.
There's no pork in it whatsoever. However, the flavor is just as bold as any pork that you will find.
Really good.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Now, next up is our Jamaican callaloo. And so this is a Jamaican version of greens. Essentially, it's a combination, or somewhere in between a collard and a spinach. So it's leafy like collards, but not bitter. It's actually sweeter like spinach. And we cook it down with peppers and onions and lots of seasoning. So it has a really great flavor. It has a little bit of a bite to it, but nothing too crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, pepper just got me.
Water.
No. It was good. It just, it got like, it just kind of got,
But it won't sit with you though.
No, it's excellent.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
Yeah, it won't sit with you. All right. There's the last part, the coleslaw. So that'll help you with the spice.
That'll help me with the spice.
And of course, I like a good acidic type dish. Something that'll clear the palate. You eating stuff with a lot of grease and oil. So that's a nice coleslaw. But we season it differently. We add some of our Jamaican seasonings in there. And we try to make it so everybody enjoys it.
I think that's the best coleslaw I've ever had.
Oh, okay.
That is yummy.
Like that. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
What is different about that?
Are you going to start a food truck?
I promise you I will. No one would come.
So we
Trust
definitely
me.
add some of our Jamaican seasonings in there that you would find.
Okay.
Yep. So everything has a Jamaican flair to it.
Oh, so yummy. All right. So, but then there's more dessert.
Oh, come on down here. So I did not
to
tell
the
my
dessert.
wife that I was going to do this, but she makes the banana pudding. That's why it's M's banana pudding.
Oh.
And she makes an excellent. I'm not even a banana guy.
Okay.
And this thing
You
sells
don't go
out.
bananas for bananas, huh?
No, but it sells out all the time on the truck.
Does she have a secret that you're allowed to share, or will you have to kill me?
I think what she does is, the way she prepares the cream and how she lets it sit. So she doesn't use anything heavy with banana.
Right.
All the banana flavor is from the bananas itself.
Good.
So she's not overly making it taste like banana.
Right.
It's naturally tasting like banana. So it's very light that way. And I think that's why it's so enjoyable.
Oh, that is wonderful. And actually, this time of the year.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And we don't make a ton of them.
Okay.
So if you
So
come
it's
to
not
the
like
truck,
a special thing. Like, can you? If we're going to do a catered event, though,
we can make trays of
hey,
it.
we
Yeah.
want trays of it.
Yeah, we'll make trays of it for
Gotcha.
sure. Yeah, we've done that quite a few
Excellent.
times.
Excellent. What is your favorite thing on the truck? Put you on the spot.
I think it depends on the day. Hands down, the brisket is the hardest to make.
Yeah.
But it's the best thing that I make.
Yeah. It is yummy. That's
thank
probably
you.
my favorite thing there.
So probably between my brisket and my ribs, are probably one and 1A.
Okay.
Would be my favorite. I really enjoy a nice rib. And pulled pork is easy for me, so it's just
wonderful.
A change up for me.
And do you have a favorite side?
The callaloo for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're a callaloo guy.
Yeah, callaloo, something I grew up with. We eat it as a side for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Breakfast.
So it's just something that I really, really enjoy. And I think my sneaky favorite is the chicken. Because a lot of people eat the chicken and they come back and say, I think you gave me some meat because this is not chicken.
Oh,
like, it's chicken, I cooked it.
Yes, very good. BBQandTech food truck. Now you can be, how do we follow you on Facebook?
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook, on Instagram. You also
Okay.
have a website. You can check out the menu there. Every week we post a schedule where we're going to be. So feel free to check us out. We're all over Frederick. We travel a little bit to Washington County and Montgomery County for certain events too. So you can find us everywhere.
BBQandTech food truck. What is your website?
www.bbqandtech.com.
Well, that makes it easy enough. Today's Tasty Tuesday BBQandTech food truck. Get the deal at shoplocalbigdeals.com. A $25 gift card for you today only. Code Dina. Less than $15. Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank you very much.
It's a blessing to have you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yes. Bye for now, and Dina, Carole, Q103.